All right, everybody. Oh, happy day. I hope you're doing just insanely well. Welcome to Sunday Objection School with Jason, where I help you understand how to unpack some problems that you may face with final expense telesales and even final expense face to face. You're going to be faced with this topic. I'm going to take care of you today and hopefully help you attain higher levels of profitability as a result. So, before I jump into this topic about when a prospect calls you, what to do and how to handle it smoother and more successfully, I do run a national insurance agency where free resources are available for you at jasonfinalexpense.com. I'm very privileged to partner and recruit agents across this nation to work together in our national agency here, selling life, Medicare, and annuities face to face, but yes, in the telespace. And this takes place more times than you may know. You are doing outbound calling for appointment setting for final expense, or doing outbound final expense telesales, and you're just beating the phone to death. And then all of a sudden, your phone call starts happening. You start getting inbound calls where all these hundreds of people that you're placing calls to all of a sudden start taking a curiosity in you and go, ooh, I'm going to call this dude back. I saw a couple missed calls. I'm going to get after it. And then you get got by picking up the phone, and you get placed on your heels. And you get placed on your heels because you're very excited to help this great person that calls you, but you don't know who it is. You don't know their name. And what takes place is the client calls you. Who is this? What are you calling about? Why did you call my phone twice? And you're like, you're not in a place of control. And you've got to understand, with outbound final expense appointment setting or final expense telesales calls, you must remain in control, meaning that you need to know who you placed that call to if you want the best chance of attaining profitability. So don't take the bait here, is my admonishment to you. Do not take that call. I know you want to write down the number. When you get an inbound call, you're like, oh, somebody's ringing me, and you're really about the most important thing, calling, trying to set your appointments for the next day for final expense telesales, or you're really trying to get after it just to go connect with someone in final expense telesales in general. Don't take the call. Just don't do it. The better way is to let it go to voicemail and write down that number. Keep doing the high action. Keep focusing on your next call, and then go through your leads. And you're like, oh, who we got here? Who we got here? I see a number ending in 55. Hey, that's Mr. Joe. So then now you're going to be in control. You're now going to make that call to Joe, but you're not going to make that call until you're in a state of control. So then you make that call. Now you know who they are, what they want, you know their date of birth, you know the date that they even filled out the lead. This allows you to help that person where you can address them by their name, and you have all the information in front of you. You're going to be more engaged with that consumer, as opposed to so many agents that have these inbound calls, and some of those inbound calls go negative. Maybe the voicemail is, I don't need nothing, quit calling my house. You just never know what you're going to deal with when you take this inbound call. A lot of times these things just blow up on you and they go caustic. Just send it to voicemail, and then make that call yourself with enthusiasm and a smile on your face. You'll be more profitable as a result, because now you can have this fire about you instead of finding yourself on your heels when you're trying to help this great person. Because when they call you back, you don't know who they are. Like, who is this? You're like, this is Jason. Who am I talking with? You don't even know who you're talking to. It is no place to be when you're trying to engage with that consumer. You've got to know if their name's Joe, when they call you, never pick it up unless you have their name in front of you and all the details from that lead. It'll take you hopefully into a better place of control so that you can help that prospect get what they ultimately desire. And that's your product, your service. They put their hand up, you've got to help them. But if they call you inbound and you try to handle that call, it's going to throw you on your heels almost every time. So don't take the bait. I know we're all excited. We're listening to voicemails and dial tones, and it's just painful at times. It really is. Welcome to final expense telesales. We've got to embrace the pain if we want the profitability. Just like if you want to get that gym body, you got to first off show up and do some things that make you sore the next day. You don't want to be sorry when you're picking up inbound calls. Just don't do it unless you have that person's name at your fingertips in front of you. Don't find yourself putting that phone up in your ear until you're really ready. You've got nothing to lose. You know that person's home. Wait a second, wait 5 minutes, wait 20 minutes if you're on a call with somebody else. Don't cut that call that you're on short for this potential chewing out that you may find when you pick up that call. Have you experienced this? Where you handle that call the wrong way? An inbound call comes in, you see it in, all you see is the number, and then you pick that phone up to your ear and go, good morning. Hi, this is blankety, blankety, blankety. Who is this? What's this about? Does this happen to you too? It's the wrong way. Do things in a better way and you may get better results. This industry is amazing. It's some of the best paying hard work out there. It's just, it's phenomenal, but you're going to get hurt at times if you take those calls and handle it maybe in an old way that gave you old results. Never pick up that phone call until you're in a place of control, until you're in a place that you have that person's name so that you can bring value to them. This is all about bringing value to your consumer. And it's tough to bring value when we're on our heels instead of leaning forward with the help that we bring with these A-rated companies. Selling final expense insurance is amazing. It's very simple, but it's not the easiest thing in the world. That's why it's so important to have good advice, have a good work family, a good culture to help you capitalize and make more in this time-tested and absolutely noble profession. Nobody said it was easy, but yes, it's simple. So should you take inbound calls when you don't know who it is that's calling you? My advice, no, let it go to voicemail, get prepared, then go place that call. That person's home. And hopefully this helps you today. Have a great day. Have a most amazing tomorrow. Rest up. Monday is a coming. I know it's a short week, so be prepared to put in a little extra grit and grind to help these great people get the value that you can bring to them. If I can serve you in any way, reach out at jasonfinalexpense.com, and I hope this helps you today. Rest well, my friends. We'll see you tomorrow.